chow mein noodles. So we're going to use egg noodles. What I've done is I've soaked these for about 6 or 7 minutes. Just make sure that you can sort of bite them and you can eat them. And once that's done, they're ready. So I'm just going to refresh those. If you're not going to use them straight away, refresh them in cold water, but I'm just going to leave them on the side because hopefully I'll be ready soon to cook. So put all those on the side like that. And I quite like to use a little bit of the water just on top, just to make sure they don't dry out as well. So noodles are ready, soaked and ready to go. I'm going to get the chicken ready. I'm going to make chicken chow mein, but if you don't want to use chicken, you can use anything, or you can just use it as a vegetarian, that's fine. I've got some thighs. I'm just going to take the bone out of the middle and make sure you've got the knuckle off as well. Sometimes you just get the knuckle on the top of that. Get rid of those, and the skin should come off straight away. That'll just peel off. I like using thighs because they've got lots of fat in them, but fat is lovely and flavourful. It tastes lovely. Although what I shouldn't really probably tell you is that thighs have probably got more fat in them than pork, but don't let that put you off. It tastes good every now and then. So it's a basic recipe for chow mein, and you can put in it basically what you fancy. I'm going to be using some spring onions, some pepper. I'm going to flavour it up with some ginger and some garlic, and then I've just got 3 magical sauces that will make the chow mein mix. And it's 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of light soya sauce, and a tablespoon of ketchup. Now, if you don't want to use ketchup, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, then you could use a little bit of tomato puree instead. But actually, Chinese use a lot of ketchup in their ingredients because it's got lots of lovely sugar and vinegar in it, and tomatoes, and they're all the flavours that you use in a lot of other Asian dishes. So as you can see, I'm just turning these into little strips. But what I do need to do is I don't want to cross-contaminate, so I'm just going to go away and wash my hands. Okay, so we're going to get on with cutting all the ingredients up. Spring onions. You can use half an onion sliced if you want to. I'm just going to use spring onions instead. Just slicing those up, just at an angle because they look nice. So again, getting them ready in little piles. I'm going to use some pepper. I'm just going to waste some of that. They're the noodles I use, by the way. Egg fried noodles, egg noodles. Just slices. So that's ready, that's ready. Clove of garlic, squish that down, peel it, and just chop that roughly. But you can, if you want to, put it through a, one of those squishy things. I've forgotten the name, gone mad again. There you go. And then I'm just going to use some grated ginger. I'm using the peel as well because I don't care. It's all got flavour. But if you want to peel it, just peel it with a teaspoon or with a small knife. And whenever you're using ginger, you can see some stripes along that side. Always grate it the same way as the stripes, or cut it against the stripes, because the grain, you can see all these fibry bits, they all go that way, and the stripes go that way. So cut with the stripes, grate with the stripes. There you go. So all the ingredients are ready, and I'm just going to get straight on and make my chow mein noodles, chicken chow mein noodles. Noodles, chicken, peppers, ginger, garlic, spring onions, and then just the 3 ingredients. And I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of 5 spice as well. 5 spice you can make yourself, or you can just buy it, and it lasts for ages. So hot wok. It does help if I put the right one on. Hot wok, and again I'm using some cold pressed rapeseed oil because it's got a lovely nutty flavour to it. So hot wok, round the outside. First thing I'm going to put in there is the onions. Always onions first, and you want to hear a sizzle. You know it's hot enough if you've got a sizzle. Followed by the garlic. As I said before, you don't put your garlic in until your onions are there because it protects them a little bit, stops them going bitter. And then our peppers, or anything that's hard, you can go in there. Actually, no, I'm going to put my chickens in next. I think I was making a vegetarian one there. I'm doing a chicken one. So, before I put my peppers in, put that around the outside, throw my chicken in the middle, and I'm just going to make sure that's cooked really well. And of course, that will then absorb all those lovely flavours from the garlic And the ginger as well, we might as well put our ginger in, give it some extra flavour. Need to make sure this chicken is cooked, so I'm going to give it a good couple of minutes, so you might want to fast forward. So the chicken thigh has had a couple of minutes cooking. It's not quite cooked all the way there, but the extra few minutes that I'm going to cook everything else is going to make sure that's really, really well cooked. But you do need to make sure your chicken's cooked. My husband gave me salmonella last year. I don't want that again. So in with the peppers now. Just give them a minute. Well, less than a minute. And then we're going to put our noodles in. Now, what I did before, just a little bit of that water, just helps it along a little bit. Helps all those flavours together. You're going to get all that chicken, all that garlic flavour, all that ginger flavour, all mixed in. So now, really, really easy, 2 tablespoons, I'm just going to guess it, of oyster sauce. If you haven't got oyster sauce, or you can't have oyster sauce, you could use hoisin instead. 2 tablespoons of light soya sauce. And a tablespoon of ketchup. Mix that in the middle. Oh, it smells lovely. It's gone quiet. Where's it gone quiet? And that is basically it. Everything's soft enough, everything's mixed up together, the chicken's cooked in there, and it's looking lovely. Beautiful. The only thing I'm going to do now is just put a little bit of 5 spice in there. Not too much, just a sprinkling. Maybe quarter, half a teaspoon, something like that. Give it a little extra rich depth. Turn it off. And that's it. Now if you wanted to garnish it with coriander, that's fine. Sesame seeds, you can put peanuts on it, cashew nuts on it. But I'm just going to leave it like that. Yummy. Chicken chow mein.